and welcome to the Whitewater Wind Down. I'm Madeline Copeland alongside Peyton Walls and Edie Fernay. Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, it is.
We're so excited for Halloween, but before we get into Halloween, let's talk about homecoming last week. Now, there were so many fun activities. My favorite by far was the talent show. Ooh. It was so cool seeing all the student organizations and the sororities and the fraternities do their own take on the theme Once Upon a Homecoming, and I loved their storylines and their dancing. Oh, it was so fun.
What was your favorite act? Do you have a favorite?
Oh, my favorite act was, I'm a little biased, but Sig Tai was my favorite, so.
I did not go to the talent show. I wish I did, but I was kind of busy. I did go to bingo, however. That was a lot of fun. I didn't expect that a bunch of college students would be as into bingo as they were, but it was life or death in there, you know? When people would get bingo, they'd be up cheering, screaming, and all the mini games too. Everyone was just having so much fun. You could just feel it, even if you weren't playing it.
Did you get a bingo?
I did not.
No.
I wish I did, but
that's fun. Yeah, I missed out on all the events. I wasn't there, but I was busy doing all my homework and did a lot of babysitting. The fun thing for me this year, I know it's crazy, but I have never seen the inside of a pumpkin.
What?
Until the other day babysitting.
Wow, okay, that's crazy.
We were carving pumpkins and painting them around the table, and I was just fascinated by the inside of a pumpkin.
Oh, I love carving pumpkins. This year, my swim team, shout out to UWW swim team, we did pumpkin carving, pumpkin painting, and it was so fun, and I think the captains are gonna judge who is the best pumpkin.
Ooh.
I think mine is the best. It was this big pumpkin, and it had a scary face and a really big mouth. And then I put a mini pumpkin inside of the big pumpkin. It was so fun. It was great.
That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Have you done pumpkin carving? I'm assuming yes.
I have done pumpkin carving, just not in college yet. But every year, normally my parents and I will do it. Yeah. I think I've done a frog one year. I did a silly Roblox smirk face one year, and that was a lot of fun. But I always get put on scooping out the pumpkin guts duty because everyone, my friends and family, all think it's gross, but I don't mind the texture, so I have to get in there with my hands and grab it all out. Yeah. I like eating the seeds more than I like carving it.
Oh, true. Roasted pumpkin seeds, they're so good. I learned a fun fact that pumpkins, carving pumpkins, originally they did not carve pumpkins, they carved turnips.
Oh,
turnips.
So if you don't believe me, look it up. There's some really interesting pictures out there.
Yeah. I feel like turnips are a lot smaller than pumpkins, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a little debate question for us today.
Okay.
Trick-or-treating, do you want to get the chocolate candy or the non-chocolate candy?
Ooh. Non-chocolate. Yeah, I'm non-chocolate.
Yeah. Sometimes chocolate is too overwhelming, or I like dark chocolate more than milk chocolate.
True.
So
True.
I'm team banana Laffy Taffy and Twizzlers and all stuff like that. Oh, I see some judgment.
Not a Twizzler or a banana Laffy Taffy person. I'm sorry, but I'm definitely not a chocolate Halloween candy person. But I do agree, dark chocolate is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll take fruity, and I love the banana Laffy Taffy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, coming up next on the Whitewater Wind Down, we have some new spectacular best nests for you to vote on, and the latest in international news on the world today. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more on the Whitewater Wind Down after this.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad.
Learning another language.
And listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced.
Take great care of myself.
And get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the direction of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind
and never quit.
Because
that's the Warhawk way.
Electronic media production students.
But educating and entertaining our audiences with award-winning news, live sports coverage, original programming,
as well as dedicating the mission to developing creative collaborations throughout campus.
For more information, visit our website and like us on Facebook.
Check us out because you got to see what's on UWW TV. The UW Whitewater Bookstore is your one-stop shop for apparel, textbooks, and technology. Stop in for a wide selection of gifts from our alumni, family, and name brand sections. Need to purchase or rent a textbook? Head downstairs to Textbook Services. Check out our new custom shop and create personalized apparel for your organization. Need a charger, laptop, or headphones? Our new technology section has everything you might need. For more information and bookstore hours, visit uwwhitewaterbookstore.com.
Here's a Halloween treat for you to start us off. A thrilling UC Live event was held recently, and if you're a fan of escape rooms, this next story is for you. UWW-TV's AJ Kober has more.
Here at the Hamilton Room in the UC, it's Escape Room Night, a night of terror. Escape Room Night is one of the many events that the University Center has hosted so far this semester. This is the first time that an escape room has been hosted at UW Whitewater at the UC.
We were looking for something different to do this year because a lot of the events prior, students have kind of gotten bored with, so we thought, hey, let's find a company and do some escape rooms.
Sherlockton Escape Games have been to 11 states and have been going to different college campuses each week to put on their event.
We design all the rooms in-house, so I'm the chief puzzle designer, and I'm joined tonight by a team that helps me build those rooms. Mike and Cindy, we own the business together and build these attractions together.
While Sherlockton Escape Games puts on the entertainment, it was inspired by the UC Live event staff. The staff members set up numerous games to play while waiting, such as card and board games.
There's Uno, there's Clue game as well. There's many things. You can even do drawing as well.
Students were able to participate in other activities outside of games like taking before and after pictures and eating the candy out of their goodie bags provided by the staff. So there you have it. Sherlockton Escape Rooms continues to travel around the nation, including a stop here at UW Whitewater, providing a fun and inclusive event for all to join. For UWW-TV News, I'm AJ Kober.
Thanks, AJ. I have done an escape room, but have you guys ever done one before?
I have not, but I've always wanted to do an escape room.
I have not either. I've also always wanted to. I feel like I'd be good at it. I don't know. You have though?
I did one when I was in 8th grade, and that was, as you can imagine, a group of 8th graders trapped in a room for 60 minutes would go. It was very chaotic. We did not get close to finishing, but it was still fun afterwards because we got to go to a little arcade.
Yeah, I've watched streamers do like the online game version of it, which I think is really cool. Yeah. And then the interview with the guy in the who's the creator of escape rooms.
Yeah, I thought that was like the best part of that segment is that interview with the guy, and he's like the founder of this escape room company. And I think it's so cool how his whole job is just like escape rooms. It takes event planning to like a whole new level.
That would be a pretty cool job to create the puzzles that stump people, but still have to be manageable and doable.
For sure.
With the escape room games that I like to watch sometimes, I think it's super cool that one of the most popular ones is the Five Nights at Freddy's, which is out as a movie.
Yeah.
Are you going to see it?
I'm going to see it, I believe, next weekend with my roommate, but not yet.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
I'm not like a scary movie type person, and I wasn't that into like the streaming like video game version of it, so probably not.
What about you?
Probably about the same,
Yeah, fair enough. Well, coming up on the Whitewater Wind Down is The World Today by AJ Lore. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
The Royal Purple, the best place for all the latest news around the community and campus of UW Whitewater. Here you'll find all different types of weekly news stories, including sports, arts and rec, biz and tech, and even fun and interesting things like trendsetter columns and the tweet of the week. The Royal Purple has a full staff to handle all of your advertising and article needs. Ad managers and sales representatives can help you get your ad in seasonal print issues online at royalpurplenews.com and out on our social media platforms. Editors and journalists would love to write features about your organization and follow-ups about your important events. For more information on student employment opportunities, advertisement services, or anything news, contact the Royal Purple over at R, P at uww.edu or give us a call at 262-472-5100. Stop by our office and say hi on campus in McCutcheon Hall, room 113. For all of your local campus community news, check out the Royal Purple here at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Here at UWW, we put a lot of emphasis on shaping your involvement. Involvement helps you get to know more people with similar values and goals as yourself. The Student Involvement Office can help you get involved with organizations on campus, or we can help you start a brand new one. So what are you waiting for? It's time to shape your involvement at UWW. If you'd like to learn more, stop by UC 127 or contact us at involvement@uww.edu or call 262-472-6217.
I'm AJ Lohr, and this is The World Today on UWW TV. On Monday, Russian soldiers intensified their assault in eastern Ukraine, aiming to cut off a vital supply line and march towards the crucial city of Kupiansk to the north. The General Staff of the Ukraine's armed forces reported successfully repelling around 10 Russian strikes. The long violence escalates with a vital battlefield in this uncertain region hanging dangerously in its grasp. According to senior Biden administration sources, China's top diplomat Wang Yi is scheduled to visit the United States later this week. The visit set for October comes at an important time in the Middle East, with heightened tensions, and the U.S. officials hope to involve Beijing in an attempt to de-escalate the situation. Wang is anticipated to meet with the U.S. Secretary of State Blinken and President Joe Biden's national security advisor during his visit to Washington. However, a meeting with President Biden is still doubtful. Israeli bombing have continued on Gaza Strip, restricting basic essentials such as food and clean water. Since the crisis began on October 7th, following more than 2 weeks of total restrictions, the U.S. White House said that Israel has agreed to allow continued flow of assistance into Gaza. Furthermore, the U.S. is emphasizing the import of both providing aid to Gaza and maintaining discussions for the release of hostages held by Hamas before considering any ground attack, with Israel claiming that 222 people remain imprisoned. On Sunday, tensions in the South China Sea rose as China and the Philippines treated complaints of collision in a disputed zone, the latest in a series of maritime clashes. Authorities in the Philippines accused a Chinese Coast Guard ship of engaging in dangerous blocking tactics that led to collision with a Philippine vessel heading to feed soldiers. The National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea called China's activities provocative, irresponsible, and illegal, and expressed worry for the safety of the Philippine crew. For more updates, check us out at uwwtv.org. I am AJ Lohr, and this has been The World Today on UWW TV.
We'd love to show you what it's like to be a Warhawk.
Come on!
Don't miss out on your chance to be a Warhawk
at UW Whitewater.
You belong here!
Video One Media Services provides accomplished students the opportunity to enhance their college experience by working with real-world clients. In addition, we provide clients local and affordable video options to better enhance their media needs. For more information on how Video One Media Services can help you with your next media project, email or call our office at 262-472-5659.
Bonsoir à tous. Hola. Hej, hur är läget?
Marhaba.
Ni hao.
Konnichiwa.
UW Whitewater International Student Association is a student organization that brings both international students and national students together to share their cultural experience and beliefs. The ISA also collaborates with other student organizations in UW Whitewater. The International Dinner is one of the most unique events that ISA have for every spring semester, which serves all kinds of food from different countries, and it invites students to show their talent on the dinner. So what are you waiting for? Come join the ISA today.
We are
ISA.
Fall season is definitely here, and while we take in all the fun of pumpkin carving and painting, Halloween candy, fun costumes, this season is also all about maintaining your health. Flu and COVID reports are on the rise, affecting all of us, and it may be time to get your vaccine. Let's hear more from our campus expert on the subject, and UWW-TV's Nazir Spencer talks to her and has this report.
We're at the midpoint of the semester, and UW-Whitewater students and faculty are starting to hear coughing, sneezing, and blowing of noses. The fear sets in that it may be cold and flu season. Nurse Julie Martindale of UW-Whitewater's Health Center gave much information on the occurring sicknesses around the campus this year.
When college students start in the fall, you now have this whole cesspool of germs that everybody comes with, and so you're all mixing new germs with each other, and so you're going to get sick at the beginning, and so then that falls away.
To help reduce the number of sicknesses around campus, it is important to keep yourself and your surroundings clean at all times. You should also consider sleeping for a healthy amount of time, as your body can fight a cold better when you are sleeping. There is also research that states vitamin C and vitamin D will help with colds long term. Another way to protect yourself would be to receive your flu shot from the campus's health center.
Flu shots are free for all students here at UHCS until we run out, and we are already halfway through our 700 vaccines, and you get a free Culver's coupon.
Masks were heavily recommended on campus when COVID caused sicknesses frequently, but Julie Martindale states that masks are not the solution. The solution, according to research and Martindale herself, is to keep yourself and other surroundings as clean as possible while washing your hands with soap and water. At this time, the new COVID shot is out for you to get at Walgreens, and it will not be available at the health center unless it is a flu shot. Remember to keep yourself and others safe during this time. Reporting for UWW-TV News, I'm Nazir Spencer.
Thank you, Nazir. I really connected with that one because I was sick for like 2 weeks. It was the worst. I had a cold. I had the flu. There's a couple days I couldn't go to practice. It was the worst. But I went to the UWHC. They fixed me up. Feeling good now. Yeah. So, yeah, it's great there. Definitely check it out. Don't be afraid to go to the UWHC if you are sick.
Yeah, I went, I think, in the first couple weeks of school because I was having an allergic reaction to my laundry detergent, which I had no idea. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm breaking out on my skin, and I didn't know why. I thought it was from the pool or from just being nervous. But it ended up being because of my detergent. As soon as I sat down, the first thing they asked was have you switched any soaps or detergents or anything like that recently? I'm like, yes, all of it. I'm a freshman, and I went to Walmart 2 weeks ago and grabbed everything new. So, yeah. But they helped me figure it out and gave me some medicine to help with that too. And it was honestly easier than I thought it would be.
Excellent, yeah. I love that on campus we have sanitizer pumps all over the place to keep ourselves clean. And if you are doing an escape room or if you're going to one of the movies or whatever, there's usually sanitizer pumps there as well to help maintain that, because definitely everyone is sick these days for sure.
Yeah. Before going into college, all of my college friends would tell me you're gonna get sick all the time, and I never believed them, and now I do.
Here we are. Yeah. Well, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back, and you'll have the chance to send your vote for 2 more residence halls rooms in this week's edition of Best Nests with Terry Elise Mims. So stay tuned for more from Whitewater Wind Down. But first, let's take a look at this week's weather forecast.
flip them off. 91.7 WSUW. 91.7 is a student-run radio station serving the Whitewater area with a variety of original programs, live sports broadcasting, community events, and more. So turn us on 91.7 FM or stream us live at 917theedge.com.
Welcome to Jitters Coffee House. Located on the first floor of the Wells Towers, Jitters is a student-run coffee lounge and offers a variety of coffee and ice cream-based drinks and is home to many entertaining programs, including live music, gamer trivia nights, and other performances. Coordinate your activity by emailing jitters@uww.edu. Jitters is completely run by volunteers who can earn service hours and even receive a free drink during their shift. Stop in tonight at Jitters Coffee House, where fun events and community come together.
Welcome to the Anderson Library, a destination that offers many things to students and other people.
At the library, there's a whole host of resources that you have. Support for your academics in terms of books, databases, other resources, that streaming videos that you're going to use for classes.
And we do pet therapy once a week, alternating Mondays and Tuesdays. So that is something that any and all students, staff, and community members can come in and join us for.
Well, on the main floor of the library, we have a big chess set, so that's pretty popular to have students come in, play chess. People get really into it. You can reserve a study room, or if it's just you're looking for something fun to do on the weekend, you can come check out our video games or our board games.
You can also come check out and get a snack at their cafe. There is plenty of things to do at the Anderson Library besides just studying. For more information about the library's events and other topics, go to uw.edu/library.
Get ready to soar into the coolest cribs on campus. It's Best Nest, where Warhawks flaunt their unique style and creativity. Experience on-campus living like you've never seen before. From lofted beds to epic gaming setups and shared spaces turned into hangout havens, Best Nest is your VIP ticket to the most stylish Warhawk living spaces. Don't miss your chance to crown the Best Nest. Scan the QR code today and cast your vote for the #1 nest. Your choice matters. Be part of the excitement and choose which Warhawk has the coolest crib on campus. By the end of the semester, one Warhawk will rise above the rest and claim the title of Best Nest. Best Nests, your backstage pass to Warhawk style. Scan the QR code or visit uwwtv.org today to start voting for your favorite nest.
This is Best Nest on UWW-TV. I'm Terry Elise Mims. This week, Kenzie and Kelly invite us into Wells East to show us their unique bunk setup and how they utilize space to stay organized.
Hi, I'm Kelly. And I'm Kenzie. Welcome to our dorm. Come on in. Well, this is my side of the room. This is my bed. I have the pink comforter and white sheets, which alternates with Kenzie's bed because she has a comforter that's white and pink sheets. And this is our futon. We have matching little pillows with our names on them, which we think is pretty cozy. And we love our big window. This is my desk with some pictures of my family and my textbooks, which is a necessity, and my water bottle. And then we have our TV, which we usually play music on, but it's not going right now. And my closet. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so this is my side of the room. Like Kelly told you guys, I have a white comforter and pink sheets. And I think the coolest part about my side is our fish. His name's Artie.
Okay, so some of our favorite features in our room is our new rug and carpet that we put in here, and our stairs, which just help make it easier to go up and down in the mornings and at night.
And then on this side we have our posters, which it's just something nice to wake up to and think about in the morning. And then we have our snacks and our coffee mug.
One of the reasons I feel like we should win Best Nest is because our carpet and our stairs just make it easier to move around, and our futon and all of our pillows on there just make it feel more cozy.
I think we should win because I like our setup of our room because we each have like our own space, but also it's just very open and like, I guess, cozy. And also because we have a fish and he's cute.
Okay, well, it's time for us to go get some food.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Kinsey and Kelly. Stay tuned to see another awesome room in the other wing of Wells. Remember to cast your vote for Wells East or any other hall as this semester's Best Nest. Just scan the QR code on UWW-TV's website or under Best Nest, or visit our Facebook page.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the direction of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind and never quit.
Because
that's the Warhawk way.
For Hawk Talk, especially on days I'm hosting, you really need to be up early looking at those news stories, even the night before. I'm finding topics that I can incorporate in the show, and I feel like we get a conversation going.
Once you get the opportunity to do that with other people who appreciate it the same level as you do, it makes it that much more enjoyable.
For everything sports, tune in Monday through Thursday at 91.7 The Edge or watch us on UWW-TV.
The James R. Conner University Center on UW-Whitewater's campus is a gathering place for students of various cultures, backgrounds, and lifestyles. The UC is a great source for information, campus tickets, meetings, entertainment, food, gallery exhibits, workshops, and all of your Hawk Card needs. Whether you're looking for a place to study between classes or just a place to hang out with friends, the UC is the place for you. For more information on the UC, please visit uc.uww.edu or go to facebook.com/uc.uww.
This is Best Nest on UWW-TV. I'm Terry Elise Mims. This week, Brooke and Whitney invite us into Wells West to show us how they use their split space and how they add splashes of color to liven up the room.
Hi, I'm Whitney.
Hi, I'm Brooke.
And welcome to our dorm.
Okay, so we have this cabinet. Not a lot of people have this in their dorm room, but in ours we kind of just have like some bowls, some plates, some utensils. We have Britas. We just kind of have plates and napkins for anybody who wants to come. Some storage containers for anybody who wants to take some food if we make any. Some containers for our microwave. We have our microwave and our fridge. Okay, so this is my bed. Obviously, I have a lot of stuffed animals on here that I need. I have 2,000 blankets, so if anybody ever comes over, they have a blanket. I have a little knot pillow that people just like to pull and tug at because nobody ever sees them before. I have this little decoration thing that kind of just has stuff about the hall and a little map to help me guide everything. And then there's just a little seating area, a little thing if anybody ever wants to sit on my bed. Okay, so this is my desk. Obviously, there's a lot of pink on it. These are some of my favorite pictures. I work at a daycare, so I needed to have all of my babies come here with me. And I just have a pink makeup mirror, a little fan, little light, little pencil tray, and this little flower that my brother made me. Okay, so this is my closet. I very much so color-coded it. And we also added a lot of pink into our room because that is our favorite color. Whitney, what did you do for yours?
For mine, I just have hangers, hung my clothes up here.
have a laundry basket back here, all of my extra stuff here, and then more storage and stuff for bathroom stuff up here. So this is our pet, Pearl, our little fish, and we like to decorate her tank. She loves pink, and she just makes it really like homey in here. Okay, so this is my desk. I have my computer, and then I do all my school stuff here. This is a picture of me and my best friend from high school, and then this is me and my boyfriend. This is a mirror I use to get ready in the morning. I put all my makeup and stuff here, and then my pencils and stuff that I use for my schoolwork, and then just a little extra storage. So this is my bed. I chose to loft my bed so we could put a futon under it. And I just have like my stuffed animals, a couple pillows, extra blankets, and then we have some signs up there and some pictures. And then under here where the futon is where people can sit. And then we put fairy lights up with pictures. Okay, so this is our participation chart that I made my RA print for us because I like to be very organized. And when I saw a lot of other floors had it, I needed it. So we talked about our prize would be another door deck to add to our door because I think that those are so cute. I think our room is the best nest because we did put a lot of time and effort into it. There's a lot of pink, which, I mean, who doesn't like pink? I feel like we separated our room very well to where everything's together, but it doesn't feel super cluttered. And I've seen some rooms that are everything's just there and it's super cluttered and it's nobody can do anything in there. So I think our room is very organized like that.
I think our nest is the best nest because it just feels very like we're at home. And there's a lot of different decorations and we kind of made it our own in a way.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you later.
Thanks, Whitney and Brooke. Tune in next week to see more awesome residence rooms. Remember to cast your vote for Wells West or any other hall. Just scan the QR code on UWW-TV's website under Best Nest or visit our Facebook page. I'm Terry Elise Mims, and this has been Best Nest on UWW-TV.
Get ready to soar into the coolest cribs on campus. It's Best Nest, where Warhawks show off their sweet style. Experience on-campus living like you've never seen before. From lofted beds to epic gaming setups and shared spaces turned into hangout havens, Best Nest is your backstage pass to stylish Warhawk rooms. Don't miss out on the action. Scan the QR code today and vote for your #1 nest. By the end of the semester, one Warhawk room will win the title of Best Nest.
Thank you, Terry. I have a few friends that live in Wells, and the layout in that dorm is so hard to make it a cohesive experience and environment for both of them. And so I loved, especially in the Wells Best Nest videos, how they had everything laid out so perfectly.
Yeah, I loved all the pink. I mean, both of them had a lot of pink. Even the fish lived in a pink house, which I thought was super adorable touch.
Yeah, I loved in the first one how they had the steps set up to get to the bunk, and then the 2 matching stuffed animals. Yeah. That was really fun.
Yeah, they really utilized the space, especially with the open hallway and then the stairs and the matching beds. It was perfect.
Yeah, and the second one had the mood lighting to really give the feel of the place. Yeah, really great, and the coordinating bed sheets also.
Yes, very nice Best Nest this week.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, well, stay tuned for Inside Warhawk Sports coming up next on The Wind Down.
We'd love to show you what it's like to be a Warhawk.
Come on!
Don't miss out on your chance to be a Warhawk
at UW Whitewater.
You belong here!
Life just isn't right without music. Luckily, Whitewater's own 91.7 The Edge has you covered. Get your daily dose of alternative, hip-hop, and metal by tuning your radio to 91.7 or listen anywhere on 917theedge.com.
Crew is a faith-based organization for UW Whitewater students.
Their mission? To create an inclusive Christian community for students looking to explore or grow their faiths.
For me specifically, it's been amazing to just have people to walk alongside with my Christian journey on.
They always say to go and experience new things while you're at college, and I think this is just another one of those things that you should experience.
Crew welcomes all students and is held at Summers Auditorium on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Come join our crew.
Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Warhawk Sports on UWW-TV. I'm your host, AJ Kober, joined by UW Whitewater Wrestling head coach, Matt Zwaszka. Coach, you're entering your 6th season as the head coach for UW Whitewater Wrestling. What would you say has been the most rewarding aspect of your time with this team?
It's just been really good, to be part of a program that has a lot of tradition. In the past, it has a strong tradition of winning both conference titles, individual national titles, and All-Americans. Have a really, really strong past. So try to keep carrying that forward, We've done a pretty good job of that. As far as the day-to-day, it's awesome to be able to come in and work with motivated student athletes that strive, to be the best they can be on the wrestling mat and also in the classroom. And then too, we like to have students of the game, so kids that like to come in and study film and really perfect their craft. So that's kind of my favorite things, of being part of the program.
This year you have two-time national champion Jaron Shinhoster back in the wrestling room, this time as a graduate assistant. What sort of presence has he brought to this team as a coach and previously as a player?
Well, obviously, the kids look up to him a lot because he's done a lot of winning. Everybody can value that and appreciate that. So I think that the younger kids really look up to him and value his opinion on, what they can do better or whatnot. Also, just his technique in the room, from him to be able to sort of just focus on himself and actually be able to share some of the stuff he's doing more and share his techniques and the holds that he uses. That's been very valuable to our guys. Jared has always been a big student of the game too, so he's very, very good at breaking down film. So he's brought another aspect of having an individual in the room that can watch film with our guys and give them pointers on things that they can improve on.
Half of your starting spots in your lineup were vacated by last year's graduating seniors. What performance do you expect out of the student athletes filling those available spots this year?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of opportunity for kids. So there should be a lot of enthusiasm. There should be a lot of striving to become the best you can be, and a lot of competition for those spots. You are right. We did graduate quite a few people. I believe we had maybe 5 seniors in the lineup at the end of the year. But we also had a sophomore and 4 freshmen. So we do have some younger kids coming back with experience. We feel pretty confident about the group of athletes that we brought in. And now there's opportunity for 5 other individuals, to step up and wear that Warhawk singlet and, compete how we want our guys to compete.
Coach, wrestling is a very difficult and combative sport. What sort of lessons can be taught on the mat that can be put into practice off the mat?
Yeah, for sure. It's a tough sport. It's grueling with the workouts in the morning, our practices, and then, the competitions and making weight. But I think it teaches you a lot about perseverance, maybe working through hard times or maybe questioning some things, able to battle through that. Obviously, you have to have a strong work ethic, but also, the dedication, but the passion and the joy to try to chase something down and, to actually really, really love the process of trying to become the best you can be. I really think that's a unique characteristic that all athletics can bring to people, but wrestling too, because it's so individual and it really, really teaches you taking care of the little things can go a long, long way, but just having that dedication and that perseverance is a really big factor.
Matt checking in to see how Sam is doing on his project, and it's getting close to exporting now, the final step in the process. And it is complete, and Sam is hyped. Finally gets complete and spikes the ball into the end zone. Sam's celebrating with his colleagues, and they throw a flag on the play. The ref's going to call excessive celebration. Sam is in disbelief and can't believe it. He tries to dispute the call, but the ref is not having any of it.
Well, all of our Halloween costumes got me thinking about the spirit of Halloween. And with our time change coming up, we're going to be gaining an extra hour, which means we have more time to watch Halloween movies. That's what I'm doing tonight. I love the Peanuts one, the Great Pumpkin. I think it's so cute.
Oh, I love that movie. I used to watch it with my grandma like all the time during the Halloween season. My favorite movie, especially like right now, is Hocus Pocus. Not the second one. No, let's not even think about the second Hocus Pocus. The original Hocus Pocus, that's what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm going home this weekend, so I'm excited to sit down with my family, my dog, and watch the movie Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. It's kind of an old one, but it's super funny also. But it looks like that is all the time that we are going to have today on this edition of Whitewater Wind Down. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for more news, entertainment, and sports. Madeline, Peyton, and myself have a fantastic week, and stay tuned to UWW TV.